tried lots of different things over the last probably 10 years, from, you know, just going to the gym to boot camp, tried a couple trainers, but I never really put the whole workout and nutrition part together until I started coming here.
I've been CrossFitting for about 3 months, and my fitness history really is, I was a gym rat all my life. I've lifted weights, worked out, and just, I love the gym, I love the atmosphere.
I worked my thumb muscle and 12-ounce curls. That was it. I was a couch potato. I hadn't done much fitness since probably sophomore in high school after I quit playing baseball. Really? Did a little co-ed softball, but that didn't really count, and occasionally working out for 3 or 4 months and quitting. So, resident couch potato.
Pretty much nothing. Brian and I have gone in and out and working out. You know, we had a trainer at one point before we had kids, and pretty much after we had kids, just went downhill from there. And so, not much. I mean, we'd walk and that kind of stuff, but nothing nearly like this. Brian actually did. He saw some car sticker or something, he said, and looked it up, and then he found a couple places around here, and he went and saw them, and he took me to an open house here that they had, and I came and I'm like, you're nuts, you're crazy, I'm not doing it, you're nuts.
Yeah, I did quite a bit. My wife calls me a research nerd a little bit. I looked at a couple other boxes, and this was the last one I came to, and when I came in here, it just felt right. This is what I envisioned of a CrossFit box. You know, this is literally a box, and just the layout of it. And Annika and Dusty were real welcoming when I came in to talk. They weren't pushy. They weren't, you know, sign the contract, do this, we're going to make you puke. And it wasn't really like that. And it kind of got that initial vibe where, you know, family oriented, because, you know, I've got 2 young kids and my wife, and, you know, the other boxes just didn't feel like they were going to fit me. And I came here and felt good.
I was extremely intimidated to come, extremely.
Yeah.
My first couple of classes, I, of course, felt like I wasn't going to be able to get through them. Yeah. And I was the only girl the first couple of times in the 5:30, so that was a little intimidating. But Annika told me right off, she said, I don't care if they've been doing it, the people you're working out with, if they've been here for 5 years, if they're top level fitness, or if they're just beginning, everybody is so encouraging and accepting, and you'll find that. And I did find it from the very first day.
Stacy started it 6 or 8 months ago, and just one day it just clicked, and I just said, I'm going to try it. So I just surprised her and showed up for an on-ramp class, and after I was done with the on-ramp class, I knew this is where I wanted to be. Really? Yeah, I loved it.
Yes, unfortunately. That was rough. That was rough. I guess the good thing is it was a partner WOD. Good thing for me, not necessarily so good for my partner. I couldn't broad jump, I couldn't row, I couldn't hardly run. I mean, it was bad. I went home, I thought I was going to puke. When I got home, I was done. So the good thing though is it a little bit of an eye-opener, I think, and kicked my butt enough to say, hey, you need to get in gear, but not so bad I didn't want to come back. So it was pretty memorable. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon.
I remember exactly what it was.
Oh, yeah.
We went out to the street and we did sprints. We did 50-meter sprints followed by 25 walking lunges. And we did that about what felt like about 100 times. Really, I think it was about 10 times, and I couldn't walk for the rest of the week, but I came back.
I don't truly remember my first WOD. I think it involved handstand push-ups, and I couldn't do it, and I struggled.
Well, I do remember the first WOD I went to, though. I remember Annika saying, you picked a doozy to go to, you picked a doozy to go to, and now I hear her saying that to everyone else that comes in. Oh, I feel great. I feel great. It was funny because Brian and I bought this bathing suit, it must be about 8 years ago, before I had Josh, before we had kids. And at that time I bought this bikini to put up. I was copying those Yoplait commercials to put it up in your mirror, you know, and so I was going to fit into that in the summertime, you know, and we lived in Chicago and it was like February at the time, and by summer I was going to fit into this, and of course I didn't. And I always kept the bathing suit. It's brand new, it still has the tags on, and just today I told Brian, so I'm going to go try that bathing suit on because I need to get a new bathing suit, and it's out of style and stuff. But anyway, I came down and I tried it on and I'm all, oh my god, it fits. And Brian was, you know, I was like, it fits. And 8 years ago, before I had kids, it didn't fit, you know. So it's a great feeling. It's a really, you know, I'm really hard on myself, but it's a great feeling to be down 40 pounds and you know, fit, you know. So
that sometimes when I look at a WOD before I come, I'm scared to death to do it, and every time I finish it, I call it an accomplishment. And the fact that I not only come back, but want to come back day after day, and I'm bummed if I have to miss a WOD because it's a rest day, or that is an accomplishment to me, because in 42 years, I've never felt like that about working out.
Pretty big improvement. Sometimes you forget that. You don't look back where you started and you get frustrated after a tough WOD or something, but you know, we talk about that first workout. I could barely run 400 meters. I was dying. Through CrossFit, through the endurance stuff, Julie and I ran our first 5K. We're going to be running a 10K mud run, so that's a pretty big jump for me for not being able to run a couple blocks to do that. Now I'm not shattering any records or, you know, moving earth and fire, but I'm doing it, you know, and just getting stronger in here, learning how to deadlift and squat. That's been one of the biggest frustrations, learning how to squat right. Knees out, ass back. So working on that, and everybody's been a big help to that. So that's a big part of it. I mean, because you can work out at home and push yourself or think you're pushing yourself, but you get in here and you get in that group atmosphere, you're starting to push yourself even more. You know, the buddy next to you is pushing you, and when you're done, they're cheering. That really helped me because I'm usually last in the WOD, so when people cheering and helping, and when I'm not last, I'm out there trying to cheer and help just because I've gotten that love from the community, and when I return it back, it makes you want to come back and be part of that family. And I think Annika and Dusty have done a great job of setting that up and make us all feel welcome, and everybody gelled real well together, and have fun and not have to worry about being judged. You know, we roust each other, but it's all in good fun.
The people here are unbelievable. There is a sense of competition, but you don't get distracted by the better athlete. And the community here is unbelievable. There's always encouragement. There's always something positive coming out of somebody. If you're struggling, there's somebody there to pick you up. Vice versa. It's just, you can't find a better place to be than here. Really, you don't get those people in the gym. The word cult, I guess everybody wants to use, but the community and the sense of accomplishment you get here that you don't get in the gym, and you don't get the mirror staring bodybuilding guys or gals. You get true people here.
You know, I've actually been thinking about that a lot lately, because obviously there's a lot of things here I've never done before in working out, but there's a lot of things I have done, you know, the regular movements and workouts and such. It's challenging, it's different every day, but truthfully, I think it's just the community, it's the culture here, it's the second family that you've found, and wanting to be here with the people who are going through the same struggles that you are, and getting encouraged and watching people, you know, achieve their goals, and it's fun to be here, and I think that's ultimately the difference.
They're coach, friend, psychologist all in one. You know, they come in here and listen to you whine, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm struggling with that, and you know, they seem to have the right touch to know when to kick you in the ass and when not, and to pull you inside. Hey, let's look at this, let's figure that out. And it helps, and it, you know, you want to strive and do well for them, especially when, you know, we're at other boxes or we're doing the open, or just in general when they're putting a lot of effort into you. At least I do. I feel like I should give it back, is try to do my best, and it's just appreciated. You know, they've helped me, my wife, and you know, my kids have got a big influence from it. So they're definitely a big part in that, and they set that community standard, and it works from there.
I couldn't have asked for anybody better to do it. I'm very self-conscious. I'm a very shy person. When I first got here, I was terrified, and they both made me feel very welcomed and very secure in what I was doing. And I couldn't have asked for anybody better. I think they're great people. They're awesome. They're encouraging. They're great coaches. I wouldn't have gotten half as far as I have if it wasn't for them. So we owe a lot to them. Both Brian and I do owe a lot because they're great.
Dusty and Annika are always right there. If you're doing something maybe not correct, they're going to correct you, but in a totally different manner. And when you're doing something positive, they're always right behind you telling you that was a great job. They're always uplifting you. I'm probably a type of person that needs to have you in my face and pushing me harder, because otherwise I may let up or just, kind of back off. I enjoy the push.
One thing that really drew me to both of them, like I said, I've worked with trainers before, been to different gyms. One thing that stands out about them is that they're not just in it. You can tell it's not just about, hey, here's this CrossFit and this is a pretty big fad. Let's jump in and make some money because we're pretty fit. We've been endurance athletes. They have built this community here, and I hate that to sound like a cliche, but they are the ones who fostered what it's like here, who brought the community here, and they build what it's like to be around here. They set the example for what's acceptable and the kind of people that they want here and the kind of community that they want, and that makes all the difference in the world to me, to be here. And what I started to say was one thing I really noticed about them was that they live it. They are truly concerned about your health and your future, not just about come in here and get strong and get skinny and make me some money. And you can tell that that's what they believe, and they care about you and how healthy you are and that you're doing it right. And that's what makes you want to come back.